know there's more in you, but you cannot see it. There's a remedy, and I've got the strategy. It's time to turn your dreams into a reality. Push, and I'ma help you. Got the time to. And I'ma help you. 'Cause it's time to.
Welcome back to another episode of Push Talk Podcast. Today we are with the self-care pusher, Latrina Caldwell. She has a spirit of compassion, dedication, and triumphs that you will hear about all today. Not only is she somebody who loves to advance her community as a mental health professional, but she's a serial entrepreneur, a motivational speaker, and she's known as a self-care advocate. Latrina is going to share her experiences today, which has led her to write many of books which empower her and also empower others in her community. So let's jump in, get comfortable, have fun with me, Latrina, as she is sharing her story to help push you towards your purpose. All right, Latrina, we are kicking off another episode of Push Talk Podcast. Welcome, world. My name is Asase, and I am your push strategist. I'm here to help push you towards your purpose in business, career, and beyond. And I'm joined today by the beautiful Latrina Caldwell, the self-care pusher. Welcome, Latrina.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I am so happy to be here. Yes, the self-care pusher.
Yes, I can't wait for you to get into that. Let's hear about, everybody's talking about self-care, but you are pushing it, and we want to hear what you have to say. You're bringing us wisdom today on Push Talk Podcast. For those of you who is your first time on the podcast, where have you been? You have been missing out. So go ahead and subscribe right now so you don't miss out. We are on where you're seeing us now on YouTube. So subscribe to our channel or on Apple Podcasts. Just join us on StreamYard, and all that details will be in the show notes. So we won't spend too much time advertising there. Let's just go right into the interview because we only have 15 minutes of fun with you, Latrina. So it was just been such a blessing to meet you. You are somebody who is just an overcomer. You just have just so much confidence, and your life story has just been, phenomenal. All you have endured and made it to be where you are today. You are truly a serial entrepreneur. You're somebody who, a philanthropist, you give back to your community. But for the listeners, since they don't know you, let's start off with your story. How did you become a self-care pusher? Tell us, what does that even mean, a self-care pusher? We want to know, as people going after their purpose, self-care is important. So talk a little bit to us about that.
Yes. So self-care is a lifestyle for me. Self-care is a lifestyle. Most people view self-care as a task. Oh, let me go get my nails done. Let me get my hair done. I'm going to go to dinner, go out, ladies' night, whatever. That is self-care, but that's self-care maintenance. Just like you maintenance your car, you have to maintenance yourself. Self-care is a lifestyle for me. So every single day I get up, my primary goal is to make sure that I'm balanced. It's making sure my mental health is balanced. That's really what self-care is about, is taking care of yourself on a daily basis. So we need to really get away from the task. It's more than just a task, and educate ourselves more to understand that it's our mental health. It's really our mindsets. It's your spirit. I just want to feel good every day. I want to feel balanced throughout. And self-care, I came up with a technique. It's called the 5x5 rule. So it's 5 minutes, 5 times a day. If you for 20 plus days, it has a potential to become a habit. So 5 minutes, 5 times a day. Put an alert in your phone. Use it as a computer. Put an alert 5 times a day, and you will implement self-care into your daily routines. And that's what
I want to ask you, because I love that already. I'm taking notes. So when we do those 5 minutes, 5 times a day, tell us, what do you suggest? What's the recommendations of things we do?
So my favorite of all time is sitting in silence. I love to just sit
Mm.
down and just hear my thoughts. Because we already think 60,000 thoughts a day. Let your mind wind down sometimes. We always on go. We got to do this, we got to do that. So my favorite is just to sit for 5 minutes, total silence, total peace, and just relax. You can meditate, you can journal, you can go for a walk, you can have a cup of coffee, look outside. There's so many things you can do in those 5 minutes that can really relax your spirit and relax you, so you can understand that I want to be at peace. Where am I at mentally? Am I balanced? Do I need something today? Because sometimes we always need something and we be on,
Mhm.
don't know that we need all the time or acknowledge it. We don't take the time to acknowledge it. But with this rule, it will give you that automatically. It will slow you down to think, what do I? So that's what it's all about. It's a lifestyle.
I love that. I love that, Latrina. And let me tell you, it sounds like it's so simple, but you'll be surprised how taking 5 minutes
Yeah.
a day will it's even hard to do. I was
Mhm.
just this week alone, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how time is flying or what's going on. So being intentional about that, like you said, 5 minutes, 5 times a day, it
Yes.
may seem hard, but just building that ability to set that time for yourself in silence,
Yeah.
would be priceless. I try to do 10 minutes once a day,
Yeah.
and you know why I love this, what you're saying, is because in that 10 minutes, I had so many thoughts come in. By the time the 10 minutes was over, it's when I finally started to relax a little bit and let things go, and it was
Mhm.
done. I would have to get back to what I was doing. So I love the 5 minutes, 5 times a day. Amazing. And tell us, I know you're trained in this, so tell us a little bit about your background and your training, and what even made you become a self-care pusher, going so focused on mental health.
Well, it's my life story. And I am a 21-year survivor of domestic violence, rape, um, all of that, right? So now, during this process of taking my power back, I had to do some work. So
Mm,
throughout that process, I had to go to therapy to heal not just me, my daughters, because my baby was in my womb. So she felt everything I felt during my
mm,
stages. So she kind of had some things she had was dealing with. So she kind of pushed me. My daughter pushed me as I needed help for her and I seeked help for her. In
mm.
turn, it helped me. I remember she sat me down at about 5 years old and said, Mom, you help everybody else, but are you going to help yourself?
Wow, wow.
So I went to therapy. So for about 10 years, in and out of therapy, family therapy, I had my kids in all type of programs. I realized that I had to put my pride to the side for my children because
Mm,
it wasn't about me. And I really wanted them to have what they needed. And it
wow,
was me what I needed. So during that process, I accepted my purpose. I learned my purpose. God spoke clearly to me and
wow.
ran from it for so many years. So many years. I don't want to do this. I want to do what I want to do. Right. But
Yeah.
see, it don't work like that. You got to do what
Mm.
he tell us to do, or you gonna bump your head again and get on the train of what he said you got to do.
Wow.
Right. So it got to a point where I accepted my purpose, and that's when everything started for me. I went back to school because I didn't really go to high school. I'm gonna tell my story a little bit. I dropped out of school,
Wow.
and as a freshman, I went back and I received my GED. I was 27 years old with two daughters.
Wow.
They motivated me. Then I went to college. Got a degree in college again, getting a second degree, and I just kind
Wow.
of went up from there. I did the work. I knew that I was someone. I knew I was somebody this whole process. I knew that. God
Mm,
had instilled that in me as a little girl. So I knew I was different. So I
mm.
had it. So I still just I was the survivor. I knew how to go through life and do what I needed to do. But in the process of doing the work, I did a lot of leadership trainings. As a mental health professional, as a mental health practitioner. I
Mm.
work with clients daily. I've worked for so many programs. I've done so many trainings and groups and things of that sort, and I'm still doing them. I'm open now to this day. I think that we all should have training all the
Yes.
time. I want to be refreshed because I know the world
Yeah.
changed. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
One of my quotes is, "You cannot be an OU in a new world. You got to change with the world. You got to go with
That's
the flow."
right. New wine skin. Oh, powerful.
Yes, I did the work. And as I did the work, that's when I accepted my purpose and I just hit the floor running with giving back to the community with people that look like me, with for single mothers, for the abused victims. You know, I wanted to give the survivors, I wanted to give them and show them that there is life after. I'm proof. If you do the work and stand on your faith, I'm proof that you can have life after.
Yes. Oh, so good, Trina. So good.
Mhm.
And it just leads me to this question, and I want to share about your work you do for the community because you do so much. And I just want listeners to grasp the importance of, really allowing yourself to take care of you to be your best self, like you're saying. How did you go from feeling self pity through all these life hardships to having that self-esteem and confidence, and how can you tell listeners to do that? Because with all you've went through, many people excuse me, will end up feeling self-pity and just feel like I can't get from here, I'm stuck here, or use it as a crutch and hold themselves back. But you instead found your purpose. You have beautiful children, you're an amazing husband and family. Like, how were you able to not let life hold you back, and what advice can you give to listeners on that?
Faith. I got chills right now. If having a connection, it brings tears. That's one of the things that can bring tears to me. Having faith.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
had a relationship because my mom took us to church as children, like most of us,
Mm.
and then we kind of disconnect. But the father is always here saying, I'm ready whenever you're ready to reconnect. So
Mm.
standing on my faith and staying connected with him is really where I stayed grounded and where I was able to find my confidence and build my confidence, accept my purpose, and then do the work. And then now in turn, I give back to the community. I
Mm.
give back. And I've had a situation too where I had to make a decision where I wanted to live. I had a choice where it was either live or die. Uh,
Wow.
I had some severe sleep apnea and it was unaddressed.
Oh,
And driving one day and I fell asleep. Driving, my baby was in the back seat, and had she not woke me up, it could have been a collision out this world.
oh my
Right
goodness.
there, I made a decision. I had to. I was 345 pounds. So at that choice, at that point, I was like, "It's life or death."
Mm.
I had
Mm.
to make a choice, and that's when the self care really became a lifestyle for me, where I
Mm.
really started to take my power back. Where I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to address the sleep apnea because I was always on go. Because as a mom, sometimes we gotta go, 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 go.
Yeah.
But that's what changed my life, that moment. And that's when self care became everything for me.
Wow. Oh, your story. I mean, Latrina, I thought I knew you, but I'm learning even more, and I'm just so amazed because it leads me to the work you do with Choose to Change and the conference coming up, and what you do with C2C
Yeah.
and all the other programs and work that you do, the books you've written. I mean, how many is it now? How many
I'm up
books?
to 15 right now.
15 books, listeners. Okay. Like, with
Hmm.
all this she's balancing and all she's been through, I mean, amazing. So tell us about, your organizations and your books. And
Yeah.
we have just a few minutes. I hope we can fit everything, but I want
Yeah.
them to hear about Choose to Change Conference and
Okay.
what you want
Yes.
them to walk away with as well.
So during the pandemic, as a mental health professional seeing clients, I identified a need and I put, I filled that need and I started my program, which is C2C Coaching LLC, Choose to Change Coaching and Consulting. And Choose to Change is one of my brands because it's a choice to change. You have to make that choice. And I make that choice every single day that I want to be a better person. So choose to change. And what we do there is just we go through self care is the basic foundation, and we address mental health and restoring family household dynamics. That's mainly what all my programs tackle. So I do have my second annual conference called Choose to Change Conference. It's all about letting your voice make your choice for you. And also the theme is in honor of speaking up. We need to speak up. I'm
Love
speaking
that.
up for me and what I want. A
Yes.
closed don't get fed. Ain't that what they say?
That's
So
right. That's
yeah.
right.
Listen, I tell people, don't nobody owe you nothing. This is your life. Take your power back. And if
Mm.
you need help, seek help. I seek
Yeah.
help. to this day, I'm okay with seeking help if I need help. We
Mhm.
have to be able to say that's what we need to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, C2C coaching. And also, I have complimentary discovery calls going on. Limited time.
Okay.
If you're interested, feel free. Domestic violence is at the forefront,
Mhm.
mental health and self care. Please reach out to me. It's my name, LatrinaCaldwell.com, and
Yeah.
C2Ccoaching.org.
Oh, I gotta put that up there right now.
Yes, yes. LatrinaCaldwell.com and C2Ccoaching.org.
Oh,
Those are,
I love it.
in addition, I do have a publishing company because I do publish books for people in our local communities and around the world. You know, if you have a story, let your voice make the choice. Let's speak it. It's time. So come on.
Oh,
Yes, reach out to me. I am open, available, ready to connect. I'm all about community as a commissioner, sitting on community boards, running a nonprofit for more than a decade, doing programs for the community. So, yes, please feel free to reach out to me. Let's connect, let's collaborate, and, save our communities together. That's
oh, so good. Oh, Latrina,
unity.
I love it. I love it. You are not a sayer of the word, you're a doer of
Yes,
the word.
yes,
And you
yes.
are doing tremendous things. I mean, we didn't even go to the advocacy you're doing in the community from
No.
being a commissioner. This woman was even running for an elected office.
Yes,
The amount of, just leeway she made in that as just a solo team. I mean, are the epitome of somebody who is about saving your community and choosing to change with all you went through, the trauma and everything, and to
yes.
see you've become and what you're continuing to become, because it's a journey, right? Not a race.
That's
I'm
right.
just It's so commendable, and I want you guys to support her nonprofit. Please make sure you donate, c2ccoaching.org. Check out Latrina Caldwell. Like she said, discovery sessions. I'm so happy when you said that. I was like, yeah. So
Yes,
listeners, if they are in need of just saying, how can I get past or over what I've been dealing with,
yes,
you can find Latrina right now, take advantage. And also her social media, if you want to just connect with her on social media, there's her Facebook, her Instagram, her LinkedIn, and her TikTok. And I'm sure it's fun on TikTok as well, as we're all enjoying it. So sorry, you all. I don't know if I'm getting a little bit of a dry throat in here, but I want to thank you so much, Latrina, for coming on and sharing your story, helping to push us to our purpose
yes.
in business, career, and beyond, because all of these things align, with life. And this platform, I love bringing people on like you who have such a journey and a story, but have chosen to not take the self-pity route, but taking a route of confidence and knowing who they are and going after purpose. And that's the goal. If we could get us all in alignment to the God-given purpose he gave us, and you allowed yourself to let your faith push you forward. Life is not easy. We will go through trials, but if you can use that as a way to just elevate you and say, I'm going to do better so nobody else has to go through this like you have, imagine what this world would be. So thank you for all you're doing. I can't wait to take advantage of this conference.
Yes.
Um, I'm excited. And if you would be interested in sponsoring the conference, please be sure to as well reach out to Latrina Caldwell or c2ccoaching.org. They can always use sponsors and volunteers. It's in Minneapolis. We are located here in Minneapolis. So if you want to fly in, you're welcome to come too. We'll take you.
Yes.
And if you are out the country, look out. I'm sure there will be ways to virtually tap
Yes.
in as well. So thank you all for joining us today on Push Talk Podcast. Again, my name is Esther Sase. Continue to join us so we can push you towards your purpose in business, career, and beyond. Thank you, Latrina, for your presence today.
You're welcome. Thank you. Be blessed, everybody.
Thank you.